Welcome everybody, welcome to Atlantis Freediving channel. Today we are here with Agnieszka Kalska. So I want to introduce you a little bit Agnieszka, about her history, her path to freediving, her competitions, training, and what's coming up, about her brand and so on. So Agnieszka, welcome to Freediving Tenerife here in Atlantis. You are here fourth time now?
Actually, I don't count. I come here when I can. So
yeah, I stopped the count as well. But I think it's about 4 times. It doesn't matter. You know the island now pretty well. What brings you here to Tenerife?
My first meeting in Tenerife, I suppose it was in 2016, and since then I fall in love in this place. It's difficult to say what brings me here because it's so many things that I don't know. Actually, I don't know what, but I'm feeling here very nice, and especially the weather, which makes me feeling the energy, and the same in the water and outside. So I think also this diversity of the climate here,
yes,
it's changing. Depends where are you on this island.
Yes, we were a little bit unlucky. Last week we had quite a lot of wind, but we still managed to dive. And you have a small group of divers here. I think you were doing a course with them, beginner course, was it?
Yes, I always try to make my group comfortable, not with a big number of the freedivers, especially the beginners course. It was the Apnea Academy outdoor level 1, so it takes time to introduce every part. So
yes, so it was 1 week. You were here 1 week, so the course was a long 1 week course, but it was a lot of diving. You dived a lot of theory, a lot of fun dives, and a lot of exploration trips around the island as well. So you do make it at the same time as they do in the course. At the same time, it's holidays.
Yes, of course. I know that my students are coming here for holidays, for their resting time. So I'm trying to manage the necessary lessons in the water, out of the water, together with fun, with having the time and resting time. Trying the food, trying to see different places on this island because it's so beautiful, and you can be totally surprised how different it can be.
Yeah, it's very nice to be going around the island, discovering new dive sites. And yeah, tell us a little bit about Freebody. It's your brand, it's your school. I see you doing swimming and freediving, right? So you have swimming background as well.
Yes, I'm coming from swimming. I was a swimmer until the studies, so I was a long time in the water when I was a child or teenager. And the freediving in Poland is still not recognizable, so I wanted to bring some people from swimming to freediving, maybe not the professionalists, but some recreational swimmers to try freediving. And so Freebody connects these two disciplines, swimming and freediving. Also, because of that, there is not too much possibility of diving in Poland, unless they will build our deep spots, so we are waiting for this. But anyway, we try to do freediving in a shallow pool, just swimming from wall to wall. But all of freedivers, I think, should try dive in the ocean.
Yes, absolutely, I agree. The real conditions you cannot train for them anywhere else than in the sea or in the ocean. Well, you are very successful in pool competitions in freediving. And in December, was it in December, you made a world record in
No,
dynamic?
it was in June.
In June? Yeah? Okay, so it was
June
June
last year.
2019.
Yeah.
Very good. Where was this? Which competition?
It was the national championship in Poland, in Szczecin.
Ah,
It
okay.
was my family city, and
I thought it was in Riga.
no.
No, in Riga you had 3 medals, no?
Yeah, some. Yeah.
Ah, very good. Yeah, so you are very successful in the pool, and the world record was dynamic 253 meters.
Yes, that's correct.
Wow, it's a long distance. How do you train for this?
Oh, it's difficult to explain in
it's a
few
complex,
words, but
yeah.
it's many sides to train about. It's not only coming to the pool with the monofin, but I make cycles of my training, periods of my preparation, and everything went good for Szczecin, so I'm happy about it because now I'm training by myself, and also I was preparing by myself for this. And one thing what I using for my training, I cooperate with Alessandro Bergendo for my mental training, and I think that's the part what is very important for any success in freediving during the competition, because you can be a perfect shaped and
If you break down.
yeah, during the training made some good distance, but the thing is to make it on the competition.
Yes. It is. I always admire people who find time to train and compete, and at the same time you work as an instructor. So how do you combine this?
Well, for now I'm still focused more for my training. That's my work,
Okay.
and also when I started in 2015 my free body school, so it was very difficult to find people who intend to come and learn freediving. So it was many work outside of the pool, outside of the sea, and I was trying to introduce freediving to many people, and now it comes more easy. The people are coming asking about the freediving, so I'm more focused about more focused to give the lesson, to make the trip, and not only to find the people. And for me, the freediving school was the best thing to make possibility for my regular training freediving. So it was this side I wanted to train, and then I found one school to share the knowledge, to share the experience with freediving, but together to make possibility for my trainings.
Yeah, and how did you get to freediving yourself? I know you were swimming before. I don't know if you're still competing in swimming, or is it just freediving competitions?
No. I stopped with swimming before my studies, and for a long time I didn't love to go to the pool because it was okay, maybe not today. But after some years, I found an advert for freediving, like easy weekend for women's only, and I tried. So I falling in love with this, and that's it. That's the short story.
Yeah. This is how long ago was this?
It was in 2012.
2012. So 8 years now. So yeah, I think everybody who tries freediving, most of the people will fall in love with it. Same, I think most of us can tell the same story. Yeah.
I think everybody can find something
yeah.
for him in freediving. It's not always the depth, not only the pool, but something between.
Yeah, and most of your students, would you say they are, most of them are beginners, or do you also train or coach people who want to compete?
Yeah, I started with the beginners because there was no freediving market in Poland. There was no people who was interested to participate the course, so how to train high level. But now I'm happy to go for the next pool world championships together with my 4 students. One is Tomek, who is my partner, and we travel for different competition. But also I have two from my city Poznań. It's Ania Kin and Marta Kolasińska, and the fourth person is from my family city Szczecin, Gosia Lubecka, Gosia Łączna, actually now. And we go together for Belgrade, not Belgrade, for Burgas, for World Championship AIDA this summer. So I provide to them the training program, and I hope we'll have a good time underwater.
Yeah, so sounds like you're making a small freediving team here.
Yeah, actually, I started to do this some years ago, and we were training together in my city. But now I started to give also training programs from different cities, because I understand that people don't know how to train freediving. They know how to swim, how to take a breath, but they don't know how to increase their capabilities.
Yeah, and depth-wise, I know there is not so much possibility to train depth unless you really locate yourself in some place where you have it's right at your doorstep, or it's easy to get there. But do you find that you want to maybe focus on depth diving as well at some point, or?
I think depth diving, as for competition, is different world. It's totally different world, and it's very difficult to go for 2 weeks or 3 weeks and then training the deep diving, and I don't like in this way. So if one day I decide to train freediving in the depth, I will move for longer time or for longer periods, just to have this possibility to decide which day I dive, which day I rest, and to make it like normal life, because to travel and to train, it's difficult for our body to change the climate, to change everything outside of your body, and that makes also stress. So for me, it's not the right way for training depth. So I didn't focus now.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see you training for depth and going deep.
Actually, I tried some competition in Poland, and I reached 50 meters, but it was in the lake, cold lake.
It's different
so,
again,
for me, it was easy to manage it, but I didn't prepare too much before, so who knows what will happen. But
yeah, for sure. And for somebody who is maybe at such a high level of freediving, for you, teaching beginners, where you need a lot of patience and a lot of nerves, and listening to all the problems, all the little things that maybe at your level they are really not so. You don't recognize this anymore. How do you find how easy it is to teach beginners, or maybe if you have somebody like your team who are more advanced, and different, where you can focus more on technique, maybe more important things. Not saying that at the beginning it is not important, but it's a different style of coaching for somebody who is already advanced, and for somebody who's total beginner, it's more about maybe support and patience.
What I love in training, teaching beginners in freediving is that everybody is different, and to find out what is the problem in this person, because normally they don't know what is the problem. So it's not like he says to me, okay, I've got a problem with equalization, but okay, why do you have this problem? And for me, it's like a little detective game to find out what's the reason. The first main reason is always about relaxation. So for me, it's very, very nice to see when people start to be relaxed. First the outside of the water, and then in the water, and that also fills me with the energy, positive energy, when I see the smile of these people. And actually this smile is less common and the more advanced people who are like focus more about the numbers, about reaching new depths or something. So I really like to teach beginners because I think
more rewarding.
I think freediving is for everybody who has good health. Then he can try it, and some only few percent of these people go deeper, go farther, and so. But for recreation, for the summer holidays, it's perfect.
Great. Yeah. Well, like you said, the beginners. I find it sometimes with myself when you do a lot of beginner courses, one after another, and they are especially difficult courses where people are not relaxed and they have a lot of problems with equipment, with equalization, with the body. A lot of people take a really long time to realize what their body is doing underwater and what they should be doing, and this teaching, this learning curve is really, really slow. It can be very taxing, no? You are, after a few courses like this, you are really tired. Mentally, the patience is not maybe so strong anymore. So I do find it myself. It's really good sometimes when you have a mix of, you have beginners, then you have next week you have advanced students. And
of course, always the diversity of your work makes you more more satisfied of the job you do. Not every day the same. For me, also, it's sometimes sad. I can say sad for them when they're starting the course with some health problems. Normally, it's sinuses blockage or tube blockage. 1 year comes good, second not always, and that's all makes me sad for them that they need time and they need to stop to learning to get health firstly. So I was trying to ask my students to prepare for the course. But also, of course, the higher level, they have other needs.
Yes.
They need more rest between sessions. You said we did a lot here. Yes, but you need a lot of attempts in the beginning to make one good.
Yes.
So for the more advanced people, you make shorter session but more intensive, and your body then needs more time to rest. And so it's a different way to teach beginners and the more advanced.
Yeah, and I see that same here in Tenerife when we are doing training weeks. We have them combo weeks, people come for 6-7 days. And it's an active holiday, so you're learning a lot, you are spending a lot of time in the water, you're doing always something, if you are not diving, you are going for trips and you are always active. And maybe for some people who are not used to being so active, after 2 or 3 days, they start being really tired and so on. So for some people, for sure, when they're used to being so active, they can learn a lot and they can progress really, really well. And then for other people, they can start getting tired and they need a little bit more time, a little bit less diving, maybe less activity to rest more. Because I remember when I was starting and learning new things, your brain is working so hard, even though you are maybe not moving much. You're trying to process all the information that your coach, your instructor is telling you, and then you're trying to focus, and that takes a lot of energy. And then plus on that, you are in the water. It's a different, maybe if you're not used to a different environment for you. And I have a lot of scuba divers, for example. They're used to being in the water. They always think, freediving is easy, and then it's different. You have to focus on other things. You are holding your breath, and you are swimming down. You're using your body to move, to work, to be underwater. And it's tiring, and many times you're still learning new things, so it can be really, really tiring. I think it's really good that you come with your people for 1 week, and they have time to also relax a little bit while doing freediving and learning new things and get to see the island.
Yeah, of course. It's I think better to rest watching some new places than sitting by the pool and watching the water.
It's definitely not for
in the
somebody
pool.
who prefers to be just laying on the beach all day.
Yeah, so Tenerife is the place.
Yeah,
you
most
can
people who are active and they do free diving, they cannot do it. They cannot just lay down on the beach and sunbath all day. You know, 1 hour, 2 hours, fine, but all day, every day. Well, I cannot do it.
Yeah, me
but
the same.
I think free diving is for active people. But I saw on your social media, which by the way, the link you'll find in description of the video. If you would like to follow Agnieszka, you'll find the website to your brand and to your school and the social links, so you can follow her life. I see you are always busy with something. You are either snowboarding, car racing, you are attending some social events, or you're training, or you're winning competition. There's always something happening.
Yeah, I think the life is to make something happen, and I love to try diverse emotions. So I love a lot of snowboarding. Actually, it was my first time since I met with freediving. Yeah, I was in 2012, the last time using my snowboard, and I exchanged it for my monofin. But it was a nice time, and also I love to drive cars. So, and also I started motorcycle this year.
Yeah, I think you told me that. Yes.
It's a new adventure. And because if you start to do freediving as your still a hobby, but a job, a training.
Small,
sometimes you need different emotions.
I can totally relate to that.
Yeah. And also the social events are always because of the marketing of the sport.
Yeah.
I joined it to some plebiscite for sport athletes, which I won actually in my region, but it was just to make happen to what the freediving is.
That's great. So educate public a little bit.
Sport is a sport also, not only for crazy people, and so. Yeah, so sometimes I need to share my time for this training and work.
Yeah.
But I think it's very interesting to make it. So follow me and see what's happening.
And you also like underwater photography, which I know.
Yes, but I still can say I don't spend too much time for this. I would love to. My students are angry for me because I'm always taking the picture and never send to them. Because I don't have too much time to make a proper correction or something.
This takes time, yeah. I actually made a video for our viewers. If they want to edit their own photos, you know, you can check the link also for the color correction for the photos. They're JPEG photos. Now I think you'll be shooting in RAW, right? But a lot of people don't realize how much work there is after taking the photo before that photo is actually looking the way you want it to look.
Sure, depends how good photo is taken. If you took a good photo, the less correction is it. But there's always some about lights or colors which should be done.
As often I also go and take photos, and then people go, "Oh yeah, can you send me that photo?" I was like, "Well, I can send it to you, but you know, you probably won't be able to even see it, you know, because you need a program to open it." But yeah, it takes a long time to get.
But it's a fun. I like it.
It is fun. Yeah, I enjoy it, and at the moment I enjoy it more than competing in freediving. So I rather go taking photos in freediving than go and train and compete. Even though I like training in freediving, but yeah, at the same time, like you said, it's becoming more of a job than a hobby. And it's great if you turn your hobby into your job and you can make a living out of it. But at the same time, at some point, you need other hobbies, no?
Yeah. Someone says that if you start your hobby making for your life, it's a job, you will never work. But sometimes we need different things to do, and not only in the water, not only with freediving, and I think it's for everybody. for every job.
Yes, absolutely. Well, great for having you here, Agnieszka. I'm really happy every time you tell me you're coming. I know I promised you the new place, but yeah, I'm sorry it's not working out yet. But coming in, it's news in progress. We'll have a big surprise for you guys, and hopefully, hard to say. I don't want to promise anything else, but hopefully there's a new place coming, and we will have a lot more news for you in the next month or so. And hopefully next time you come, I'll invite you to.
Okay, just let me know when.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on the screen, and guys, if you have any questions for Agnieszka, make sure you type them into comments. And it was great having you here.
Thank you.
Have a safe flight home.
I'm always happy to be here. Yes, today I'm coming home. Actually, I leave in 1 hour, and I already miss it to be here. So probably soon, maybe September, I will.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
And see you with the next video.